Tell unoda ndinogona inindi siri asi nkakwimbira nziyo nogona nandiri serious ndine tarire kuti ndikembonga fare chinhu chega chandinacho itsariro negitare ndaimbofunga minuro ichachinja gare gare nkakubvunza nongondudza ukandiudza kare kare ndogara ndiri du ndichikufunga meni ngatgare tiri tu iwewe neni
shikariure kupapari nokuda nokuda aundide nokuda aundide chishuo changu kuva newe akushikariure kupapari nokuda nokuda aundide nokuda aundide chishuo changu kuva newe kushikariure noda ndimutswe nani mudiwa wangu watise moyo wangu mudiwa wangu tatipinde mumambure tatipinde mumambu shikariure tokuda aundide tokuda aundide chishuo changu kuva newe akushikariure kupapari nokuda tokuda aundide tokuda aundide chishuo changu kuva newe
sinarima tesaona nyeredzi dai tesetegara pamwe tesaona muyenzi hazi mashoko ekusimbisa unoziva sendadaro zvimwe misodzi inodiridzira midzi yemufaro ndiri musungwa werudo kukuda ndomhaka hanti uri mupfungwa ndokuda ndosaka ndati unoda kusandide and also unogara uchingondipa ma-excuse and also
shikarinyure kupapari nokuda tokuda aundide tokuda aundide chishuo changu kuva newe akushikarinyure kupapari nokuda tokuda aundide tokuda aundide chishuo changu kuva newe kushikarinyure kupapari nokuda tatipinde mumambure tatipinde mumambure tatipinde mumambure tatipinde mumambure
15 minutes past 15 minutes before 2 o'clock is the time right now, and welcome to Center Stage right here on Power FM Zimbabwe. So this is a show when we get the biggest celebrities to come through to the station, and we get to talk to them about their music. We get to talk to them about everything that's happening. Now today, this afternoon, we've got a guy called Noble Stylez, and he's a well-known rapper to some people, and to other people he may not be well-known because on social media he goes by the name Noble Stylez, and he's one of the biggest, loudest voices. I don't want to say a loudmouth, but he's one of the loudest voices on social media who have an opinion about anything and everything in between. So we decided, you know what, let's have him in the studio, get to talk to him about who he is, why Noble, Chich knows Noble, and Noble, yeah. But you might know him for being for collaborating a lot with Trey Young, as well as with Confused and so forth. But he's got a video that's currently trending on social media as well as on YouTube, and it's taken off of the DP mic sessions that are done by Zimceleb. So we're going to talk about that and also play the track so that you can get to feel it for yourself. But good afternoon, Noble. Welcome.
Yo, what it is, Zimbabwe, what's up? It's NOBLESTYLZ, the king is in the building. Rumbi Chamvary, Chamvaraldo, what's up? Power FM, it's good to be here.
All right, it's really good to be here. A lot of people, when they saw the flyer, they're like, yay! Because Vaninga Sangana Chamvary na Noble in the studio.
We need our lawyers on deck, y'all. We need our lawyers on deck.
Okay, so let's talk about you, Noble. Noble, what do you do?
I do a lot of things. I'm like a fluid that take the shape of a container. So at times, I don't like to box myself. I'm an artist. I'm a rapper, of course. I can be a spoken word artist. I can I'm an accountant. I'm a media guy.
No way.
Trust me. But I'm half genius, half human. That's what's up.
All right. You calling yourself half genius, half human. What did you use to measure your genius?
The way I actually just get into any zone and lead. The way that I wake up one morning and decide to take over this whole game and put up one freestyle, and the game is on its toes right now.
Wow. All right.
That's it about me. If I make up my mind on anything, that's it. It's game over.
It's done.
Yep.
All right. You said that you're an accountant. Is this by profession, by education, by qualification? What is it?
By qualification, but I don't even need to do books. You know, I do hooks, bars.
I like the wordplay that you're doing there. You're definitely dropping some bars there. You originally not from Harare.
Yep.
And you've never been shy to say that you're from Masvingo.
Because that's the pride of the country. That's the first city, ain't it?
But it's not going to
this side toners. Nonachi. Isus kunokuane toners. Tikabva kuVictoria tikafamba tikadai 300 kilometers. Pane vamwana toda kudzisachi toners ndoimini macho.
Inangu ndobva kuMasvingo angu. Born in Harare but ndiri kuMasvingo.
Las Vegas here.
All right. So you came into when did you come to Harare?
2013 in January, and that was the time that hip hop was coming into life. Like again, after all the mischief, the Monetis and everything, then urban grooves took over, right? So after that, then there was a time in 2011 that the urban grooves genre, the umbrella term, started dissecting itself into Zim dancehall, Zim hip hop, some went jazz, some
right.
Yeah. That was the time, I was in South Africa, I came back and I was like, I'm going to Harare, I need to take control of this culture. Because at that point, there was a lot of gatekeeping, there was a lot of culture vultures, there were a lot of people who felt in real life trying to come and be kings of what we bleed hip hop.
Wait. You said there's people that had failed in real life.
In real life.
And then they were trying to come and create a persona and give themselves titles. Is that what you're trying to say?
Exactly. Exactly. And
you were observing from a distance.
From a distance. I was in SA then. And I came through and I was like, I'm going to go there and I'm going to make sure that everybody knows who I'm or what I'm about, and I'm gonna protect this culture. So if you check how I came into the game, I came with the truest essence. I came through the battle. I came here, I was on every battle platform. I was on every cypher platform. I've been battling since I was 11. I've never lost up to this day.
Right.
Facts only.
Right.
So I knew that, I need to have some certain respect, but it's end in hip hop. You need to battle, you need to win, you need to be the finest. So then I came through. There was a crew called MMT, if you remember. There was Jidori, Patiatanga. You guys used to love that. Like radio used to jump on those guys, and I was looking at it from a cultural point. Like, if we let this be what hip hop is gonna be perceived as, we're going to lose as a culture. All
right, so MMT, just in case anybody's wondering, MMT had MC Cut, it had Mariachi, and it had Tate the MC.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. And so you were looking and you're like, no, these guys are who are being said to rule at the moment, but they're not really ruling according to you.
They were not kings. They were not
kings.
They were not worth to be the titles they were called, and I was not happy for the culture. I'm one.
But at the same time, when MMT was there was also those that called themselves the Last Kings.
The Few Kings.
The Few Kings, actually.
They were actually going back and forth with MMT and stuff. But then the difference is MMT had the producer Zanda then came after me, and actually I was waiting for them to make that mistake. So I did not hesitate. I really then went after them. It was either gonna be me or them here, and I'm here.
And so when you came up, that's when you say everything disintegrated. The game realized that they were not really the kings, or
they did. But then what they did, they took over the platforms, the streams that we use in art. You've got your bloggers, you've got your media and stuff. These guys were H-Town, and this guy's been here for the longest. So they that's my homeboy. So definitely might not play me because I took out his homeboy. So I sat down. I called T Gones. I called Confused. Trey was the one who called me and said, this 2013, that's why I love it so much. That's my twinnie right there. She told me, you're the best rapper ever.
And right about 2013, I remember Trey Young, 2010, Trey Young was already making waves.
Yeah.
She was already winning awards. And
stuff.
when you
Amazing.
spoke of hip-hop, you talk about Trey Young, right? So she called you up around about 2013, and you're getting a call from the reigning hip-hop queen.
Back-to-back hip-hop queen.
Yes.
She was back-to-back hip-hop queen, and I don't even have a song on radio, and she's calling me and telling me like, you're the best rapper ever. And I've believed that. And I didn't second guess it, and we still here. She's right there with me. You know, that type of realness. That's the hip hop love that I talk about. You know, so when I go after people, I just mean I'm clearing the road for future kings to come and do what T Gonz has done right now.
And then you're talking about Trey Young. There have been questions about your relationship, the type of relationship you guys have, because you guys call each other Tweenie. You're always together. You go on trips together and so forth. Are you guys in a relationship or what?
We are in a relationship.
No, I mean an intimate relationship, not your brother and sister relationship. No.
Now we share a birthday like to the dot. You know. To the month, to the year.
Really?
Her dad and my dad share a birthday too.
Okay.
My daughter and your mom share a birthday too. It's weird. It's awkward.
It's destiny.
And it's destiny. So she's Noble Stylez.
And you're
I'm
Noble
Trey
Young.
Young.
All right,
You know.
cool. So you guys are very close, and then she called you up, and then what happened after that? She called you up, and then what happened? Because around about 2013, that's the time when there was TMG Records, and she was also starting to align herself with Boss Spencer. I know Boss Spencer did a lot of work for Trey Young and with Trey Young. So what then happened after that?
Platinum. Boss Spencer was running Platinum. So we're having the ciphers, you know, at some hotel in town, and there's some place in Greendale. So I kept winning the ciphers and battles, like all of them. That was the time then I was battling T Gonz mostly in the final, because, you know, obviously we're gonna be the kings, you know.
So you say you are the one who put T Gonz in his place at the same time, also back in the day, or
No.
you did what? You beat him, and then what happened?
I don't want to say I beat him, because T Gonz is mine. man. I won. Yeah, winning and beating is a different item. It's a different item.
All right, so you won and he lost. Let's rephrase it.
That's what was said. I don't want T Gonz to lose any day, because I see him as my icon. He calls me his idol, and it's that type of brotherhood. The same brotherhood I have with a Boss Spencer does not rap. I have it with T Gonz who raps. You know, so I feel personal. If anyone was to attack T Gonz, I will be the first to jump into the line of fire before he even comes through, because I have to look out for him. He's doing so much for the genre right now. He's taking it into the mainstream, and my role was to keep the culture alive. So I took a back step so that we maintain the streams we need, and he can have a clean run. All
right, so let's leave the others. Let's talk about this journey. So 2013, you were winning ciphers, and so we want to get the background, the history.
Okay, so
you were winning.
Yep, dropped Masofa Panze 5-star album. Then I didn't get nominated for the awards, right? Then
for the hip hop awards.
For the hip hop awards, because
ding, 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 ding,
ding. Then I was like, another guy wants me. Okay. So we went for them, right? We went for the awards because I was coming from Mashingo. So I was the first to actually come and say, let's decentralize the game. So people from Skies, people from Kwekwe, people from Gweru, people from Mutare saw me as this, you know, hub, like for their frustration. So I really had the underground in the rest of the country. So Harare not really warming up to me, it was not a problem. So because you're nice, because hip hop and rap, you know, it's always about the battle. So if you're nice at the battle, they have no other way to assure appreciation than to say, you know what, at least respect him. So the respect came, then dropped the album next year, and I got like 5 nominations, you know, from 0 to 5. I'm like, okay, cool. Then 2015, won my first Best Male. Then I did a duet album with Black Pearl. She won Best Female. That's when I did a song with Confused and was #1 Power FM for like 6.
The one that we
played.
played.
Yeah, the one that you played. And things changed from there. Like we were there. T Gonz had made Genu too. But then there was the north and south of Samora hustles.
Okay, so we don't have enough time before the news to really get into this, because this is one of the things that I wanted to bring you here for, because you've been very vocal about how there's a great divide in the culture, in the hip hop industry, with the North Samora versus South Samora. And you've often spoken out about it, saying that North Samora at some point in time took
they wasted our years.
They wasted your years. They also took key players. Producers took key players in the hip hop industry who would have taken the culture to another level, and then they destroyed them because they realized they were a threat. So when we talk about the Great Divide, Anditika, without going into detail, because we got into detail after the news at 2. When we talk about the Great Divide, what are we saying? What is North Samora? What is South Samora?
North Samora is failed former PE, former Chechu kids. That then
the group the group B,
schools. Failed. They'll put failed prefix with failed.
Why are we saying failed?
They failed to. You see, this is the problem that hip hop face. You know,
everybody else in the studio is covering them. Are you guys okay?
Failed.
Let me just check. Are you guys okay? Y'all
They failed. No.
Okay, when you say they failed, where did they fail?
You see, when you're growing up with kids, you know, pretending to be rich, right? Silver spoons. Then after school, the real life starts. So everybody then goes somewhere, you know.
Uniform, same clothes, Monday to Friday.
So what happens now?
Oh my God, guy.
Kana mapedza gwash pepe anditi. Vamanozoenda chi ku UK vamozodidi vamwe kumamaina baba then imozotanga pakaipa. But kuti udzoke futi kugeto kuzoudza boys but boys pakamira sechi geto rindakati kubuka udhara. So you failed. You can't be hood enough at the same time. So the only thing you have is an accent. So now you use an accent, right, to try and get people to understand. Yo, you know what? We're trying to build a movement. Yo, really, yo. So I'm the head honcho. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yo, chill. You failed. You are a failed artist. You're a failed former A school kid.
Okay,
that's what's up.
So you went to the A school. You didn't make anything out of yourself.
And
Socially
all your friends left. Now you in this position.
Okay, so it's like where the Chamvary click ko high school, and then you guys are the in thing. But I'm not sure my O-level results. This is what you're saying. It's like
that's what happened. That's what happened.
Okay, and then those that are privileged enough, the real silver spoon kids, are privileged enough to be sent to the UK and so forth.
True, and they don't even want a piece of this Zimmy Pop stuff.
Okay.
So now it's you trying to validate yourself somehow to your other people. Like, you know what, I'm a rapper now, or I'm a producer now, or I'm the head of this movement now, because you have failed to do what people who sent you to that school.
So basically, in essence, they are my WhatsApp group admins.
So the West time Zimpop, these people put guns on blast, these people wasted Tac Money's time, these people wasted my time, these people wasted a lot of dope rappers' times.
All right, so we got 5 seconds before the news. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Please share this video everywhere, because this guy, he's getting heated. He's really getting heated. And we're going to talk about it right here on Lunchtime Radio. Let's just break for the news. We'll be right back.
It is time for the news. My name is Valerie Piano. The Political Actors Dialogue Pollard Economic Summit will begin in Harare on Thursday this week. Speaking to ZBC News, Pollard Economics Committee Chair Mr. Trust Chikora said they have invited all stakeholders that include leaders of business associations to look at major issues affecting the country's economy. He said diplomats, representatives from labor organizations, as well as other development partners have also been invited to the summit. A call that's been made for government to capacitate traditional leaders to drive rural development. This came out at a local consultative meeting held at Trimby Shopping Center in Chipinge, where stakeholders were discussing the devolution roadmap. Government is rolling out various projects under the devolution agenda through the Intergovernmental Fiscal Transfer Fund, aimed at promoting rural development by empowering communities to manage and benefit from their local resources. Chipinge Chief Executive Officer Mr. Blessing Mambosha and Musikalanu legislator retired Colonel Joshua Murire proposed that a budget be set aside to train village heads and chiefs on how to effectively utilize devolution funds. Comrade Future Sabau, whose Chimringa name was Top Action Gorilla, has died. He died on Saturday at his house in Chitungwiza after suffering from cancer. Comrade Sabau, 62, joined the liberation struggle in 1976 and received military training at Tembwe Base, Mozambique in the following year. He was deployed at Manica Province, where he was the section commissar. After independence, he was attested into the Zimbabwe National Army and was demobilized in 1985. Comrade Sabau is survived by his wife Dorothy Mtomba and 3 children. Mourners are gathered at house number 15514 near Timesh Tungiza. Meanwhile, Comrade Sabal, who has since been declared a Liberation War hero, will be buried at the Harare Provincial Heroes Acre at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And in sport, Captain Heather Knight was disappointed after England suffered a shock 10-wicket defeat by Sri Lanka in their final T20 World Cup warm-up game. After winning the toss, England were restricted to 122 for 9, with off-spinner Shashkala Siruwadan taking 4 for 22. Sri Lanka's keeper Chamvary at 2 then hit an unbeaten 78 in reply to seal victory inside overs in Adelaide. That's the news at 2. We'll be back with more news at the top of the hour.
Hits are us.
Overload, see overload, your body overload, you give me overload.
Radio station with more music. Strap yourself in because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Zimbabwe's #1 music station.
For the couch, let go. Pampuvenesa Mr. Bini Rintina Tel Chaplin. Friends magazine gang arangure butkin marepa saimba shakatako senge mromo mnesha bini. Watora rubbish kungeva kajika mabinda kavajika sema sadini. Oveze mumatini, rirafi nini, saskini ya pangolini. Diri heavy mushini, zimi popu pas na inine utonge bagzarts na mpini. Stimas na injinish mamaini maspine mamini. Bikini skinny jino nondende sa chicken ine utachekin holiday ini. Pa #1 indini, satapu wakapini nwande tinwa na bamnini. Beef ne nam garwini, chashe not kanarini. Senda zoro parafin, vaseline, majarine cooking oil olive. Ndo tongo skanda fasa queen indini mambo ve genuini. Rest in peace kingpin wacha zotonga ndam kofini. For the couch, for yo, nema basi anazi plus amruguti mambo hasi vano hobo like me. Sepeji rema sasa I'm not my stars. Mama chaza na jiblazi peo mabaza na areas dipazi. Sanko dimas kuna Jesus monas jonas the egg genius and zita kora se amasi. Asasi jenazi obvious nganzi murukazi. Asi nasi nketa beto ne mare paza. Overhead of the class vano ndona ma bino class in go wet play. Right masoko ya tamba sela run the game single-handedly. So mandla ndevele. Chero akandi venga stiwa kuda feature nini. Ansande pass na paper se photocopying machine gaya. Masofa panze my inzwane gossip. Now tapamberi se team ya praise and worship. I run these streets sempa narkusunda jenjere. King of the beats, naros gatsbere. For the couch, for yo, kuvira nchiri K7 mazuva neta penny chatonga Michael Jackson pa ma radio station 50 cent at boxen before many back then ndichiri kuterera utenga zane microphone penny success yanga vaseteni ndafonyera vanhu brain prama kene any can reps level da captain na anchor mensa Michael SN kudena last option sekwacha ne elangeni pa mic ndirimeni dokonza distractions ezvakaitwa na Bin Laden muso September 11 right now sorry pa Jenny zimission ngemsiteni anzima veteran kama itisa masheni vajama kuseni sense mputsa pina Lions den dova unbeaten kushikrenda kupenje ndidel this combination yendongo no rekeni Noble Stylez masofa panze ndotonga kushika amen. For the couch, for yeah, simu kaiti wonekana tiri semu haiti tiri mu house of anger semu haiti dokuti guy mese haiti masofa panze wangu haiti wora haiti mawana tanga wanga hanga vakibanga tanga vakadangwa chaga manzuma kana nenyanga matanyanga nyanga manga mamange mive manga rurimi banga nkavapa mavanga vanga kuvanga umanya sauso vanga kuskutanya makakanya mkanya nekusapeta musezwa janya hanya atina kufana nyina kufanana neva kafanana taminuka vakapuka mashikire
6 minutes past 2 o'clock and welcome to Center Stage. If you're just joining us, if you've been with us this whole time, thank you for coming back. We got Noble Stylez in the studio and we're talking about the music. This one right here is called For the Culture. Now this has been the video that has been trending quite a lot on social media. It's part of the taken off the album Chana Chilokosa, and it was featured on on the DP mic sessions with Zim Celebs, and oh my gosh, this video, the video to the song, Agabata Kapired. What was that? Easter and hip hop.
You see, one under to pick this bandana. This is how the culture works. I could easily look more class without the bandana, right? But then there are keys that wear these bandanas. And being told it's no longer cool, right? So I have to put this on for those kids to know it's still cool. They should live that hip hop culture. You see,
but
that's
in hip hop
leadership.
culture, though, this was gang related. These bandanas are gang related.
Everything is gang related. You just being here, not another radio station, you're in a gang. So there's nothing wrong about gangs.
Okay.
Gangs is family in street court.
Okay.
That's my family. This is my gang.
Okay.
You know, so there's nothing wrong with gangs.
All right, cool. Big shout out to Kiki Bad. She's actually tuned in.
Oh, shout out Kiki, shout out the Hub, shout out to everybody tuned in. Shout out Boss Spencer same.
All right, let's talk about. Okay, well, before we get to Boss Spencer, you were talking about North Samora. You said North Samora are the failed, the failed misfits, right? And now they're trying to make themselves relevant and so forth. So North Samora, you say they killed certain artists' careers. Or they try to destroy the culture. Why do you say they destroy the culture? You did classify them. Now we know what you mean when you say North Samora. But how do they destroy these artists? You mentioned Talk Money. You mentioned who? You said T-Guns as well?
T-Guns, Junior Brown could be the greatest, one of the greatest artists breathing right now, man. I don't know what they do to your brother, man. It's so south. It's so south. So they put you in a situation where you feel comfortable. I've made albums with them that were deleted and never came.
No way.
Do you get me? Let me say something I never say to anybody. When I made the best album, like the winning, the album that won best album at Hip Hop Awards, it's called Better Than Your Album, right? I'd made an album in the North, and things went bad 3 weeks before the deadline. Do you know what I mean? And
what do you mean
North,
they went bad? How did they go bad?
You just don't find your projects no more.
Okay, why did you go and work with them?
They come through. You don't even ask. They come through. Yo, what's up, bro? Can we work? Because you hot at that moment. You're like, okay, cool. We are about the culture, you know?
Do they promise things that they're not going to fulfill?
No, they don't have money. They can promise jack. Listen, it's just the thing about the culture that, you know, the South is all love. Something. But you don't know their evil intent. You don't know what they're trying to do. But when they did that, I thought to myself, okay, fine, I'm going to come back next year different. But I said, nah, man, there are kids watching me from where I'm coming from. I can never be a victim of such. So there were 28 albums out already, hip-hop albums that year. Mine was the last and the 29th. And it was better than your album, and it won album of the year. I made that album in 7 days.
Wow, that's deep.
That you see. So
that's
when we say people are trying to destroy the culture, this is exactly what I mean. Like that, you see all these artists I'm saying from the South, they just can't come through and say this, but I can. But they had songs, they had mixtapes, they had all albums like just vanishing. It goes as deep as Muneti back in the days.
Yes, Muneti is one of the baddest.
And you wonder like what happened to him. He might not come here and say it, but he has made albums with these guys. And there was a time he actually had that I was making an album there. Then he went on a freestyle. He actually came out of retirement to say, this is an up and later Noble Stylez young brother. And I was like, come on. But you see, this is a guy coming out of retirement just to spit a freestyle to talk to you because he understands that you know the leader of the
So what were you
school.
told about this album? How did it disappear? How did it delete?
It just disappears from okona PC yangu yazodita mboenda kuchita kurekota kwa ningi chichi. Then the next thing you hear that niggas these brothers are working on an album. Then you're like, okay, then they
so
drop
they're
the
stealing
album.
your material from.
Then you could start hearing then, you know, the material that you had made, you know, Englified. Englified. Then you just
Saladified.
Then you're like, but that's cool though, you know, that's cool. We like the deepest wells when it comes to this hip hop thing. So I just went back to the South and I made an album in 7 days and click bang, it was the album of the year. That's what's up.
All right, so this is how they were destroying the culture. So now where are they today?
I think at their mother's houses, of course. they can't move out. They can't move out. They can't go anywhere. They don't have jobs. They don't have anything to do. They have to stay at their mother's houses. We're out here,
hustling and grinding.
Yeah, doing the real stuff, taking care of our families.
All right.
That's what's up.
So we have defined what North Samora is. Let's talk about South Samora. What is South Samora now?
South Samora is hip-hop, ghetto.
All right. And when you say hip-hop, ghetto, how can one be classified South Samora? Does it have to be by virtue of wakazvarwa ghetto?
You see what I mean? But I'm south of Samora. I don't even stay in the hood like that. It's a state of mind. It's a ghetto at north state of mind now, because that means you can't share. That means you can't hold the candle when your brother is walking. You don't know how to give each other chances. Like Okonachi, guns are pizza boys. So anything to defend T-Guns right now. Let's go for them. Like no. T-Guns is supposed to win this awards because right now he's representing the couch.
The culture, right.
You see, so maybe sometime it'll be another young king. Then T-Guns will have to do the same for the North Samora. There's nothing like that. South Samora is
North Samora. It's me.
It's me. That's how they were raised. Us is us and always us. Because when Trae Young was back-to-back champion and I was nothing, she took me in. You see, so I can take someone in, and that someone takes. So South Samora is the real hip-hop. Hip-hop is love. Hip-hop is sharing. Hip-hop is caring for each other and taking care of our families. That's what we're about now.
But so now, do you feel like South Samora understands this and you guys are working together to be on the rise, or it's still North Samora is infiltrating
they
South
can't
Samora?
they can't no more. We took over the streams that they thought they had. We took over all the platforms that they had. They're no longer even the bloggers that were blogging them are broke right now. That's what's up.
Oh wow. Okay.
You get broke off blogging those guys. I'm telling you.
Okay. 498-652 and 498-654-0712-831-172. We are also live on Facebook, so you can get to give us your comments. Anzi, guys, this guy Anonzi Noble is fire, and he is actually telling the real truth. Kuti Joni North Samora did nearly kill the industry. Wow. All right. Who was in North Samora? And I know you're not afraid to say this.
Yeah, but they're not worth my time. I'll talk about the people I really care about. I cared about Stana, I cared about Maskiri. When these guys came through, these guys were on top, right? They took them outside hip-hop, and they made themselves hip-hop. This is how rap lost it. When Urban Grooves disbanded, rap was the top genre because they were the Nestors, were the XQs, were the Maskiris, were the Stanas and whatever. Did they make it to Zim hip-hop?
No, they didn't.
They didn't. So they destroyed.
They were not allowed
They were not allowed. That's how the whole coup happened.
Okay.
Because Maskiri was supposed to hand it over to T-Guns. And everybody was on Maskiri's back gets to. T-Guns was not supposed to come through and try to look for a new market. Stan was supposed to hand it over to a Noble Stylez. Then I just inherit the whole Godo people. Then I take it further. So the moment those guys were destroyed, we had to restart. And maybe people might not understand my aggression towards this, but this is why it took long for hip-hop to be what it is. And people are like, no, like, you don't get what's happening. The real music is dying in studios. The ghetto is suffering. The hood is not making the music no more.
What's the deal between you and Boss Spencer? You have mentioned him a lot. What's up? Someone on Facebook did write that Boss Spencer.
Yeah, who's the person, man? I'm taking care of your sister. What's up?
Okay. Right. What's going on with Boss Spencer?
Boss Spencer is my big brother. Is my blood. He's one of those people. People say there are promoters in art. Those people are not promoters. Those people are event organizers. Promotion is taking stuff. Boss Spencer will throw these ciphers, right? And I'll tell you that 8L went on to make #1 hit records. He was the host of the ciphers. I was battling. I went on to win awards and make #1 records. T-Guns was battling and went on to do that. Trae Young was a judge there, went on to do that. Now look at this circle from a rap battle alone that made it mainstream. That's what's what's called promotion. This event organization of taking 5 people that are popular and bring them. It's not promotion. It's event promotion. It's not artist promotion.
Right.
Boss Spencer is one of the few artists promoters.
That's why you got a lot of respect.
That's why I got a lot of respect. And anybody else who's on that level of artists, if you take Enzo when he's hot, you're not promoting Jack. You're just buying into a business. You're buying into a business. But taking a guy who is coming from Mashingo, throwing batters and like, yo, this guy is hot. You know?
You've also been very critical of the Zim Hip Hop Awards. What has been your frustrations with them? And we were also surprised. We'll talk about you hosting them because we were really surprised to see you hosting them. What was your biggest frustration with the Zim Hip Hop Awards?
The culture. My problem with everything is the culture. If you don't understand the culture, don't be about it. You can't judge what you don't know. Ignorance is not a cause for you to think you're now supreme. You don't know, don't do it. Simple. So the stages, the templates that Zim Hip Hop Awards were using at that time were not hip hop enough. You know, so that's why I had to come through, you know, sit down with Beefy, like, yo, we gotta rebrand this, we gotta do this the right way. And hence the title was Culture Over Everything. So I hosted it in a hip hop way. Like, we're gonna start again. And shout out to the Zim Hip Hop Awards. This is the first hip hop awards in Africa. This is the longest running awards in Zimbabwe, but we do not get that credit. You know, Zima cannot even run for 2 years, but we run for like, what, this is gonna be our 10th year, back to back to back to back, but nobody gives Zim dance. You see, but we don't get that we don't get that credit that we actually have been doing this for a decade. You know, but there's hip hop.
But it's a news
stop my videos video ndo hip hop. What was not Afro pop chichi Zim dance ogaziro machi to that art kura couch. Have you seen how Zim dance guys dress? See?
Snapbacks, mabingo.
You see? That's hip hop. That's the culture.
All right.
So the culture in hip hop is even found in dancehall.
Right.
We take some elements too from dancehall because what we call rapping, they call toasting.
So that's why you're saying, okay, basically in a nutshell, you're saying, we all need to come together and stop fighting this battle. Because we all need each other because we're all feeding off of each other in one way or another.
It's arts. We brothers, we sisters, we kings, we and queens. That's what's up.
All right. So there's also been a question that came through on WhatsApp. Kuriko, what happened with Trey Young as she was working with Boss Spencer and so forth? What happened there? I think this is not about Trey Young, but you being the twin and you guys are very close. What do you think happened? You're very analytic about a lot of things.
Trey Young got into business. She opened a company called Tribe Trey. It does a lot of event management. It has got PA systems. So the whole passing on that I was saying, you see the lady that's rapping in her item, she passed it on to Black Pearl. Black Pearl will pass it. She has done a lot for this culture. For us to define a female MC without passing through Trey Young. Trey Young has got more #1 records than all rappers combined. Let me tell you. Even if Stana was to come through right now and say, how many #1 records do you have on Power FM? Trey Young has got 13.
Right.
You see? She's a female MC with 13 #1 songs. She made this mainstream.
Right.
So everybody else is building off her legacy, and because ownership
she passed on the baton like what Queen Latifah exactly
and
everybody else did in the States.
She's always in the studio though, coming through like, okay, I like that vibe. No, that's too old.
Shout out to Trey Young.
Then she goes back and handles the bees because we gotta eat too.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we've got that one out of the way, you've also said that you're very protective over T-Gons because that's your brother. But are you not neglecting other talent? Since you're very opinionated, since you are a genius, are you not neglecting other talent out there by focusing on only these people that you feel vanowia and show you the respect that you got, that you want?
Just on Saturday, I was hosting the Bata Mic battles. That's the inaugural. We had 26 people we didn't know, and people had to go like within our pockets to fund that thing. Everybody chipped in so that we do this. This is 26 people. Prize money. Yes. And this packs recording deals from Young Games. There's other bloggers coming through, media people. So I'm saying just last Saturday we had 27 people I don't know that we put on when it comes to the culture. So we can't say that I'm overprotecting T-Gons only. We have 27 people I don't know. Just on Saturday alone. I think those statistics.
And if they have the talent, you're willing to help them get to the push?
I help everyone, I can tell you, but then it's not right.
It's not,
It's
okay.
not right.
Oh, so you don't do it so that you can get the
item.
and applause.
Yeah, it's not right.
All right. We got Noble Stylez in the studio. You guys get in touch on WhatsApp as well as on the phone lines. We'll be opening up the lines. Let's talk about your controversial side. Your controversies are more because of your fingers and your mouth, as they are, as opposed to your personal life. You had a big issue with one of the biggest icons in Zimbabwe, the legendary Albert Nyati. What happened between you and Albert Nyati?
See, you just throw away, like, you just throw these words. Icon, the legend.
So are you saying he's not an icon? Are you saying he's not legendary?
You see, time doesn't make you. You still mister, you know. You don't, even if you go to school for 7 years, if you don't get that PhD, you're not a doctor. You should be in a position to say, I've done ABC. You get it. It's not about time and breathing. Like, if you over breathe for a certain time, you don't then graduate your social status. I have respect for him, but look what happened. I'm a rapper, right? I can say, Beberine skin can get tinti ya Chamvary, right? That's a bar. So andidi kuita mbiri one song, Albert Nyati. That's what I said in a rap. That guy just said Senzena. That's not even his poem anyway. So after the whole Senzena stuff, you see, his biggest achievement is not even his. So after that whole thing, he took it to a whole. That this is the gatekeepers trying to keep us down again. I say this in a rap song. He went to get a full article.
The papers.
In the papers on a guy. Then again, I've got kids watching. I'm not gonna back down,
right?
Because these kids have always been stomped on by these guys. So Noble is gonna be the very first person who respect is gonna be earned. Respect is gonna be earned. If you act like you're 12, we'll treat you like you're 12. So you went and he blasted me, and he started asking me if I know Picasso. You see how these people be, and this will be like, you know, the black and African and whatever. But the first thing he said was, does he know Picasso? Because to him, knowing Picasso is amazing. You see how those people are. You see, they're not that smart. They're not that smart. This is a reason we actually have flawed awards, because we have got outdated people not in touch with the culture, but because they've been here for long, they've been sitting on these boards messing up a lot of things.
So now you felt very offended that instead of going to the newspapers to address you, he should have, as the senior in the industry, he should have come and spoken to you.
He should have eco-cased me, because I actually brought him a bit of relevance at that point.
Okay.
He should have said thank you.
Okay, did you guys get to ever sit down and talk about this?
I don't think it's necessary, because we coming through with a different energy. What we're doing is the second generation. We have got so much respect for the elders, and we love what they have achieved, or might not have achieved, and we respect more what the guys that are here are achieving. But what we will not do, or what we will not allow, is the new kids on the block being taken like kids because of a birth certificate. You know, if Winky D is achieving so much, that's what we call an icon. Winky D is an icon. Winky D is a legend. Then that's Mr. Albert Nyati. There's a difference. There is a difference.
I'm very rarely ever.
Did you fill up HSCC?
Speechless.
That's what legends
today,
do. Icons fill up HSCC.
Right. So he's Mr. Albert Nyati.
Yes.
And that's how he should be addressed.
And you put the years in quotes, you know, right? Mr. Albert Nyati 71. That thing. Yeah. That's what's
498652 and 498654. Get in touch and get to ask Noble Stylez something. Power from hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, hi. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Manu from Chegu.
Annie?
Baba Manu from Chegu.
All right, Baba Manu, we'll just ask you to speak up, but speak to Noble.
Okay. Unaona wafanana nekuti Dynamo zinenge nemazapota hope ichifaita relegation. Avazive music apana. Kuda kufaitana nawo Nyati Madara. They don't know how to play mpira, they don't know how to play guitar, they don't know how to play. Vanokutora chipiti chepaAmerica voda kutenzera naTupac. I not even nowhere near Tupac na B.I.G. Ndaimboteera music when I was a teenager. Saka fana havasini that. You have to go and work hard to think what is music and learn music and how to do music.
All right, thank you very much. No,
saka iyo zvinhu dancehall nehip hop vari kuuraya music muzimbabwe ngavainodzidza kuridzambira magitari madrums vadzidze chinozi music kwete zvavari kuita izvo kuti munhu ukanwa musopodya kana ukaputa mbanje ofunga kugona kuimba ukati hazvibatsire they are destroying music.
All right. Noble, would you like to respond to that?
You see, this is exactly what I was talking about. Yes. Now you understand how these people feel. You understand why we have no respect for them. Because if you're going to diss what Soldier Love has achieved, what Rocky has achieved, what Enzo has achieved, what Japres has achieved, based on Wapfana, the moment you start saying Wapfana, then you're no longer an elder to us. That's the first thing. Secondly, let me talk about rap. Rap started in West Africa, right? Right. When people were actually chiruango machitaura Africa. Rap ndo itori yema Africa. Muri kuona magitara yanobgadzirwa kofi. You see, kusaziva kana uri ignorant ukakura ukakura unofunga kuti wisdom because zvinhu wagarisa usingazivi. Une time usingazivi.
But do you understand what he is saying? He's saying that to him, this is the thing. I think this legendary status may be subjective, and to one person, they might view him as an icon, as legendary, because there's something that there's something that he's also an author, he's a poet, so there's something that he holds, some significance he holds in someone's life. So I feel like this man coming through is him just saying from his point of view, he feels offended that maybe you are talking down on Mr. Albert Nyati as you felt when he said Vafana.
Exactly. If you talk down on us, trust me, no respect. Nothing. We don't owe you anything. We're coming through. We don't even need that support that they think they owe. Because there's a problem in it, kana. But no, that's the HICC patch no support Winky D. At Skunkom support out in the Winky D. Trum support because we're supporting our generation.
That's the second generation.
Whether it's the politics, is the economics, this is what's been wrong in this country. The gatekeeping. So we cannot even allow it into art. Can that guy write what I write?
All right.
Can these guys write what we write? Can they be as poetic as we are? Because I'm saying right now, shout out to Gerima Panzure, just scored a deal in UK. Yes. He was on BBC, right? Shout out to Hilzy. Yes. He now is signed in California.
Shasha is also doing big things.
So hello, Mr. Chegutu, how are you feeling?
Right.
You see my point? These guys are making it in America, these guys are making it in UK. But that timbe kwa imba system tazvida wana kuti vafare tiyo kuma plasmas.
FM, hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Claudius, I'm calling from Gurure. Chamvary gonna teach me.
Claudius, call us back. We want to hear what you had to say. Power FM, hello, 498-652-154. Get in touch right now. On Facebook, there's a lot of comments that are coming through. Kiki Bad is also here. She says, if you're older than me, Azure, I must respect you. You must earn respect. Being older doesn't make you right. And let's see. Philip Shaju, you say, okay. Okay. 498-652 and 498-654. Power FM, hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
My Tapu from Mandara.
Annie?
My Tapu.
All right, my Tapi, go ahead and speak to Noble.
Come on, no, yeah, no respect. Yeah, language, I can say, Nana America. Yet he said, African, speak out as you and I respect. Next time, guys, they will respect on our food.
All right, what do you have to say to my Tapi?
That's exactly the what's been keeping us slaves. This unending respect. Wangu ndine respect vanhu ano chero mwana mdiki anongeta zvinhu zviri right. Simple. Respect is earned. Even if I do wrong, if a 6-year-old akandona chitadza anogona kuuza ndrudi ndrukutadza. So you need to learn. We need to take care of this culture. Let me tell you the truth.
But this is the thing that everybody is asking, even on social media. When we're talking about the culture, whose culture is it? When we say the hip hop, whose culture is it? Who came up with the culture of beefs? Who came up with the cultures of being outspoken? Who is it that really did that? That is where people want to understand, because people always criticize what they don't understand.
That's the thing, lack of information. There's a difference between beefs and battles. Battles is the rap essence. Battles is when you know, I go back and forth with T-Guns to see who's smarter today.
Right.
You know, it creates competition. Competition that might
Who's
be...
got better wordplay?
Who got Adam. But this thing's been beefing. These people been beefing, but people been... Do you know that Leonard Dembo was beefing Simon Chimbeto for the longest time? And even did the... Oh, and the guy was in jail. You know, that's beef. That's better. Going to a magazine.
Yeah.
See,
So these beefs have been
happening from Adam. That's
there's also the Dr. Thomas Mapumo on ZBC.
On ZBC, you see. Then we had the Macheso, rest in peace, Tongai Moyo. You see, this has been happening everywhere. Then we had Uksaidugo, Ana Soja Love, Nana Kalas and stuff. These things happen, but we don't even have that in rap. Do you know why we don't have beef? Because we actually have bearers and essence. We can come and bear after that. We share a bottle. Then we go home. You see, the difference is hip hop if you molest a kid, you want that kid to still remain. When the kid starts, a molested kid starts acting out, he'll be like, this is what these people are trying to do right now. I'm a molested kid. Our culture is a molested culture. And we acting out now saying, nah. We're not going to take it. T-Guns right now is the best male. Full stop. And if you're not going to make him win, just know that there's no respect for whatever awards you're hosting from us. For personal reasons, like how do you not respect a guy who went into ICU, went into coma, lost his cow, it was put in his tummy, he came through, he gave you 16 videos, and his cow Mudumbu went back, that was taken back here, and you still
sometimes some people it takes them a year to recover. He came back into the trauma
comes through, goes to UK, it's a cold item, you know, the weather changes and stuff. Msorowake, he still goes in, makes 110% effort. He comes back, he's still working. When Zim Danso was hot, or when urban groups Panga go down the fed, but they were not giving us my verse for now.
Right.
But T-Guns, the moment he became hot, because hip hop is love, is giving everybody. But then you do not understand that hip hop is more love than anyone, because they don't that pisa ang genre vai tipa were vai satipa, but Guns are piece arkuvapa were hip hop arkuvapa vachidzoka muchi game, but people not respect that.
Let's take a call. Power FM, hello.
Hello, Chamvary.
As you say, tukumura muzikisa volume ya radio ga.
Abandato Jim.
All right, tukutana nani?
Anonymous.
Taura yenyu?
Ndurongoti, I think panyaya Noble Stylez.
He
took a dig at the Albert Nyatan.
What? We wouldn't call it a dig. He was responding to that article.
Oh, he was. So who started it?
Let me give you this item. People would say Noble Stylez because it's an easy target to try to attack. And they forget that Albenyat is the chairman of Zimura that owed more than 300 artists, Marinoshka 700,000 for years. So if you're going to start respecting someone, would you respect Munane 700,000 Yema artist? I'm not terera mimi. Or you would respect because in India Albert Nyat is an elder, but my artist.
But does he personally owe them, or it is?
If you have failed, you leave.
All right.
Your only job is
he has failed. His airtime I cut. My brother, do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say the thing you put munoe the public limotanga ku disana or what? I think it's bad. Plus, you might not respect Albert Nyate as not being a legend in the industry, but there are some other people who will be trying maybe to listen to your music.
Right.
That person would not like to hear your music because you know what
all right. Thank you very much, my brother. Should we move on? Take another call?
Yeah, we can.
Power FM, hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Tasimbi Skopupindu.
All right, Tasimbi Sotora na Noble.
In Lukuto do the right, Noble.
Okay, Payo.
Correct,
Generation, things have to change. We need to do because my artists are fast na mari and it to wash the paper. My artist had a rest in peace. Prince died today, so which is my artist are fast na mari.
Sorry, let's just get Tasimbi. So, what's your comment though? Nobe unotaurisa tatozoti
tasimbiswa ukona new generation ndodaso munazoti I'm calling from Guruve ndonzi kule chichi obviously they'll take the you know which is fine.
Power FM, hello.
Yes, hello, Mama Kase.
Taskwera, maskwera say.
Okay. Ndikuna kids vanezvitorwa neface wangu after chokwadi chinorwadza. No, zvinoitika Chamvary. Vanhu vakuru vane problem yekuti kana vakakura vanofunga kuti they know everything. And vanofana kungorespecta for the sake yekungonzi vanhu vakuru. But respect is my guy. Respect is end. Ndona ivo vakati respect vana vadiki nesu tinovarespecta, but kana vachiacta like 12, then we also treat them like it's 12.
All right.
The other way is my guy, here's the point. The generation yedu kana took achieve our tune. Let's celebrate our young generation. Let's celebrate them. Why tichida kuvatsikirira just because vachiri vana or the way kuti vapana? I think my guy is the point. You keep up, my guy.
My brother, thanks a lot, my brother. This means a lot to this culture. This means a lot to this generation.
And yeah. Nobet from Marare.
All right, thank you so much, Nobet. You spoke about Enzo Aisho. Why do you think Enzo Aisho has done a lot for the culture?
Right now, takuziva kuti my artists are not going out with my businessmen. This crossover item, like they've got no noise, whatever. These record labels are we South Africa. People don't understand that art is an actual vacuum or a point where you can actually be a hub in business, because in a social capital, you can trade this social capital whether to advertise businesses or actually businesses gaining goodwill from you being an artist. Okay. Right now, if Tima came through and got Enzo, then in a week out at Big Brother Zimbabwe, you know, this is because I'm a social capital yangasinashi before. So if people wakafara Big Brother me whatever varega bigger Enzo, vanenge vasinganzwisi the power of what he did.
Right.
But because again I am a first generation, mistakes will be made. But doesn't mean they're making the wrong moves.
Right.
The moves are right, but mistakes will be made because
say how Enzo and Prophet Passion came together though, because social capital yakashanda way so iko zvinoti takutoteerera Java takutochero Enzo aenda because social capital haidzoki inenge yatodi takutonzwa so papa Enzo anogona pane opportunity of cost of things he could have done asiri papa. At the same time there is intangible money yakapa Java. So people think that maybe Java ndakapa Enzo ndakapa Java mari, because if Java is gonna yanangachitaura so this is how they talk nofuati ndoane iko pana Enzo papa change kudedi but audience ya Enzo
yakwari, then you switch it to your church and whatever, then you make man out of it. But ananga chitongofunga kuti vanhu vese ma baranza on ma artists ma baranza na kudzidza na chichi. So this is what people vana no supporter art should understand. Sometimes these artists go through a lot that you don't know, and they come here. So me coming here and opening up like this, just know to anesaka garaba city red out so but when come kakukwata or boys zvinokwatisa.
And you're the first person to sit on that seat and not move the chair. So now you have very critical and very analytic of you analyze the industry a lot. Where do you have even information that some of us had even forgotten about? Where do you get this information? Do you write it down? Do you research? How mentally you store it in your head? What happens?
I leave it. When you leave it, you don't have to even memorize it. I live it. I wake up in the morning. I go to touch the newspaper. Okay, who did what? Okay, what does it mean for the culture? You know, the art culture.
How is it going to impact?
How is it? Winky diaga miswa shoy pacheta mawan. Guys got supported sabi isamire because it might mean bad for art. Guys Japanese akadao page wana waruta propaganda zawaga zishada iso. Guys bazuka kasiramba asirikurira. You see, these are people who are not even my genre, but I'll go out of my way to try and help in any way I can because it's good for the culture, it's good for the art. You know, artists ngangweta mari that no kodzera boys.
Okay. 2 more callers and then we close off the show. Power FM, hello.
Hello, hi.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from? Sorry, can you please speak up? We can't hear you. Okay, we lost her. Power FM, hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Kiki Badass. I'm calling
Kiki
from
Bad. All right, Kiki, go ahead.
Okay, so I feel like I agree a lot with Noble Stylez. People who are calling Avavana Okandwa, Avatombo, they don't understand what will be going on in the music industry. They don't understand. With the music industry, actually, so they're quick to bash Noble Stylez, but you can respect, but at least older people respecting our art as well, for us to respect it. That's the issue. But could you respect we are trying to put Zimbabwe on the map. They failed anyway, because if they had done that, we wouldn't be having problems to put Zimbabwe on the map. But in terms of music, as music is concerned. But about comments, hey, this guy has no respect, this guy is this guy is this. I feel like these people are just ignorant, which is what got us colonized in the first place.
Yeah.
All right.
Still colonized.
Thank you so much, Kiki.
Thanks,
for
Kiki. Good looking out.
For calling.
Okay.
All right, so Chana Chidokosa is out right now. It's available on all streaming platforms. What's the plan for 2020? And are we doing videos?
Yeah, I'm gonna do something that's gonna change the game. That's gonna change, as I said, it's now about ownership. You understand? A lot of money is being made through industry, but artists are not getting the money. I'm gonna kickstart something called the Perfect Concert last weekend of April.
Right.
It's gonna be amazing. I can't even review what it's gonna be, but I'll be dropping the Chana Chidokosa Deluxe version on that night.
Right.
It's called the Perfect Concert, and it's a mixture of us as artists, you know, comedians, rappers, dancehall, jazz, everybody coming together to create a perfect moment.
Right.
And not just that, we owning the event too, because when artists start owning stuff, that's when we're always gonna, that's the time we're gonna jump off this poverty thing. Otherwise, if some people are still giving us cuts, like they give us $500, then they make 5,000 in a night and they can't even write a rhyme, we're not going anywhere. So as artists, we now need to start moving into ownership. Like,
Right.
do you own this? Are you getting shares of this? Because this once-off payments, we will never get to our like generational wealth for our daughters, for our sons. So we need to start thinking about generational wealth. So this year I'll be very vocal like this, because I need every artist to know what time it is. It's time to take control. It's time to own a farm too. It's time to own a mind too. You know, you just cannot be here saying, okay, ndakabudisa album, then mdara also launch album, then there's a UK. No. At least start hosting your own things. Start having companies of this. So shout out to Freeman. I see he started shops and everything. I love it when artists
been working.
win.
Freeman's been working.
You see, and you can
Enzo
tell.
Aisho's got a company that he's got.
That's amazing. Shout out to Trey Young right there too. Tribe Trey is working out well. You know, so she can actually might not drop a song in 6 months, but tell you that she's humble, but she might be making more money than everybody. And then got my poster. You see, we need to stop that whole thing, man.
Right.
We need to put the value into our art.
And get the return, the appropriate return.
No, zakwanzi kusaridwa music we 2 days ananopenga kungonzi munhu yese akuchisunzwa music. Just live your lives. Kutopenga chakutozogariswa national sports.
We need music.
Mental health vanhu vacho vanga vakutaura backwards, because this is the pulse of our lives. So let's put respect on it, let's put value on it.
All right, thank you so much, Noble Stylez, for coming through. If people want to get in touch with you for the music, for the culture, etc., Chana Chidokosa?
Noble Cardineza on Facebook. Twitter, Instagram is Noble Stylez. Then WhatsApp platform 0776 1344. I
always forget that I need to write the number down. Wait, I need to get my pen. Okay. There we go. 0773
6 13 44 35. Yeah.
All right. Someone asked, are you single?
I'll always die single. Yo, the first love is always music. If you're a musician, I don't know. Married musicians, how do you do it? It's hard. Nobody can stop reggae. I'm single, yeah.
Okay. And your last words to everybody that's tuned in.
Thanks for tolerating me for the last hour. I came knowing what I wanted to do, but you guys are amazing. But what you guys might not know is what artists go through, and we need to meet halfway. So you guys need to understand what what we put into this very art, and the sacrifices that come through, so we can value this whole art. And we appreciate the support we get. We love the support, but there's need for generational consensus. There's need for generational change into the way we do things, into the way we see things, perceive things, and reward things. So God bless you. It's Noble Stylez and Noble Stylez.
Before you go, we need a freestyle. Like we spoke about a lot. There's a list that you send me. So okay, there is Cypher. So we're gonna walk out with a freestyle from Noble Stylez, and thank you so much for coming through. This has been very entertaining, and I hope that one of these days you and the good Mister are going to get to sit down, and because I feel like both of you have a point to make. However, maybe if you guys talk about it, it will be for the better of the culture.
Thank you. So I'm just gonna bless you with some amazing 16. So for everybody who's tuned in, this is your blessing, eh? Yeah. Didn't infest my lines for zebra. Maya's infecting my lines says Zimbabwe muna 2080. Ndiri gamba in pamike ndrimo veti cause I kill bits. Kweza vura made the docket no draw attention. This na pense be braka peka minsketi. Rep game in the tonga personal debate can argumenti. Dini parliament, cabinet, neseneti, permanent government, head of state president. You regret it 100% if you hate you was not talent. Dr. Budget wallet in pocket made jacket is na senti. Tie preparation seva cards very pregnant. Game retight, rakwenda ma penalty. Aiwa, I see verse infect one verse yangu because your album indo cross rate. Dango kuudzai kuti mne wani marepa inini chete vamwe vari kunyepa. You want me to go though? I can go through. Go. I wanted to, but I could no longer hear you. That's why I stopped and stayed there. I could no longer hear you.
Go ahead.
Oh, what do you want me to rap about though?
Lunchtime radio, center stage, Chamvary, go.
Okay. Yala chila na Chamvary gang and rukuchika vana but wandunochika ndimwari kweza ari kuside uku kuna Trey Young dakuradza kuti susu tisma hero ari unsung ini ndakapenga but ini ndisikupenga muri kuziva kuti ndine mari but ndisikutenga so mari yangu ndiye fake kuita unge ma eyelashes evanhu vari kunyepa gang rangu but we done places. Yo, this is the top of the dome. Noble Stylez wangu ndimambo kunge pop in Rome. Ona ndirasekesa kana ndiri mu studio vari kuziva pa radio ndiri kudropa imwe nziyo so chana Kosa Deluxe coming through. Noble Stylez successful. Success.
Listen, leave the eyelashes alone. Like I got eyelash extensions.
Thank you.
I got eyelash extensions. Leave my eyelashes alone. But thank you so much, Noble. All the best. It's been really fun, and yeah, all the best.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, it's Chamvary, Center Stage, Power FM. Whoa.
We're done.
Chill.
Strap yourself in because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.